Okay. Well, yeah. Welcome back to another episode of the How to Get Here podcast, the podcast for positivity, progression, and finding your own path.
Trying to get high.
It's your co-host, Mr. Brown, Broken Guapo, 10 toes down, big head up. We don't condone illegal drugs. Do your advice. Say what up.
Weed's not illegal anymore.
That's why I said illegal. I wasn't talking about the weed dem.
But we don't judge. Just be safe.
And be smart.
If you chose crack, I'm judging a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay, but what if they couldn't afford cocaine?
Then you could have got
Smoke
weed.
weed. Yeah.
But what if they wanted something stronger?
Smoke more weed.
But weed's not good enough. They need something stronger.
Eat it.
Eat the weed? Weed still... I'm saying, though, like, people do other drugs because the drug they started with isn't, like, good enough anymore. You know what I mean?
Hear you, and I don't know much about weed. Again, I don't frown upon it, but my thing...
Batman.
But right. You know, there's enough weed out there to get you the high that you need.
Well, I mean, they're also lacing... Sorry, we are going off on a tangent now. But they're also lacing weed with other drugs now that are making...
between the two.
Making it even worse.
Somebody in the comments said meth is in between the two. Yeah. That's nuts, yo.
Hey, yo.
Someone watched way too much Breaking Bad.
Facts. Good show, by the way. But, again... I ain't here to judge you. I'm just saying be careful. Because y'all watch that documentary of the guy. He was like a professor at one point. Then he started doing documentaries. And then he basically became like an advocate / educator on the more like stronger / drugs that give you a bad rep. So like heroin, meth, all that stuff. And he would take them. And then he would talk about like the different drug epidemics that happened like with that specific drug. Now, mind you, like he was, I guess I'll say it as this because I don't want to also like stereotype of just like, he didn't look like he took drugs type of message, but like people didn't assume he was taking all these drugs because like he was very like clean cut looking.
Wasn't he also only doing it once? For the sake of the thing?
No.
Oh, so he was like a druggie. I
mean, if that's what you want to call him.
My thing is, if you're going to do it, I need you to do it like Supersize Me. Like, I need it every meal, like 3-4 times.
You trying to kill people?
Yeah, I was like, I feel like that's how people die.
Because if you're a real addict, like, that's how they giving it up. So, like, if you're going to go in.
Yeah, but like, the thing was, like, he wasn't trying to, I guess, like, show the path of, like, true full-on addiction happens. He was just more trying to like bring awareness of like why people do these drugs, and also like I guess in a smarter way how to do them, that you don't have to end up in that bad path and still like be successful. And I just gotta remember the title of the show, but it was on Hulu. It was a really good show.
Health class worked on me. I went to health class once and was afraid to do all the bad things.
You went once?
Wasn't it like a required class?
No, but I'm saying like all I had to do was go once. I was afraid to have unprotected sex, afraid to do cocaine, afraid to smoke weed. I was like, y'all got it.
Hold on. All right.
You know what? I'm going to keep on coming.
I have so many questions because I know for a fact one of those you do. So like, why didn't you do the rest? Anyways, continue.
Well.
I mean, you said it, not me.
It's not cocaine. We just gonna get that out.
I'll leave it up to the viewers.
Listen, your choice. Don't let him confuse you. Don't let him confuse you.
What one of those things from the list do you think Jacob doesn't do regularly?
Regularly?
A, B, or C.
Yo, that's nuts.
Or E, all the above.
All I'm saying is like, yeah.
Again, we're not judging.
Was it Hamilton Pharmacopoeia?
Excuse me?
Pharmacopoeia? The show that you're talking about?
I think so.
Someone in the comments coming in clutch.
Thank you. Who was that?
No Couth _
Thank you, No Couth _ You a real one.
And then Journey also said, correct me if I'm wrong, but those that are on hard drugs, I heard they're giving them stronger ones to help them wean them off. I don't know that.
I mean, again, I can't fully speak upon all of that because that is not my expertise, but I have heard
Wouldn't you get a weaker one to get you off to get slowly?
No, because they're probably like titrating you like backwards. So like you would start off heavy and then like work your way till like you don't need any of it at all. But again, I'm not a licensed professional, so I can't fully say yay or nay. All we're saying is if y'all out here experimenting in the drugs, just be careful. If you out here on the drugs and trying to get clean, just know you could do it. And everything else in between, you know, we keep it green and we keep it clean.
And if you guys really want to get high, just listen to the How to Get Here podcast.
And don't panic. Make sure it's organic.
Yeah.
Yep, I heard that from an old guy who was trying to sell me weed.
I'm like
nuts.
Yeah, he was a cool dude. But anywho, long story short, hey y'all,
10 minutes later.
Right, we back at it again because it's Tuesday, so you know where I'm at, and you see the mic, so you know what's up. And I'm just here to say I had a bad day, y'all, but it's all right.
You had bad moments in a totality of a day. Feel
you know,
me?
tomatoes.
No, because when you can't like soak in the moment and let that one bad moment ruin your whole day. I'm sure you had some good moments today.
I think that moment was pretty high. Like it was like, you know, when they say do a pro and cons list, it's not about the totality or quantity of how many pros versus cons. It's the quality, the magnitude, the chutzpah of
it was big. The
chutzpah.
I like that one.
Here we go again.
Yo, what that mean?
Should be blowing me. Nah, Google it.
Yeah, we on borrowed time. But it doesn't have that oomph.
Got you.
You know, or some do have the oomph where I'm just like, well, yes, like I wasn't trying to allow my bad moment ruin the rest of my day.
But the chutzpah of the
moment had a great magnitude. Clock it. That it had trailed on for the rest of the day. So like no matter what, like I ate lunch with my friends, like I did all these good things to try to bounce back, but like it was still in the back of my mind that I'm like, I still have to deal with this when I get back home. So it was like, yes, like I got away from it, but then it's like, okay, work's over, and then like now I gotta deal with it again. So that's why I'm just like, I feel like my day wasn't, and I woke up late too. I've been waking up at 5 a.m. every day now, y'all. You know, waking up before competition. I don't like it too much now because like it's dark as hell. I gotta be turning on all the lights in my bitch to see. I'm like bumping into stuff. I'm like, I almost broke a toe this morning. Bumped into the corner of my dresser. I was so upset. But yeah, happy Tuesday, y'all.
Spencer.
What up, though? It's your boy Spence, King Aquarius, Mr. 20%. Yo, we getting into big nigga season, y'all. Better go get you one.
That's what you said last time.
Not this one.
Oh. Are you hindering him?
That was the meanest cockblock I've ever seen.
I was trying to help him because then he did you not hear the self plug? Y'all do whatever y'all want.
Why are you trying to mess up his marketing?
Not this nigga.
Cause I just want.
I gotta focus. I ain't gonna hold you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, like I gotta focus. We got school, the podcast work.
Listen, I've learned numerous of times now. You just gonna have to let him do what he do.
Yeah, as Ash says, I make 24 hours count.
Mm-hmm. But as long as that homework done.
Facts. Yo, homework been whooping my ass. If I'm being honest.
Was it the second week now for you?
Yeah. This is the third week.
Oh, wow.
Good for you, though.
Yeah, it's crazy. Some people I also know are in school right now. One of my friends already had an exam.
Ooh.
And the other person had 2 exams. And I'm like, disgusting. Didn't y'all just start school? They're like, yeah. And I was like, this feels like corporal punishment of some sort.
My first week.
Damn.
My boy's like, what? He's like, yo, school just started. I was like, yo, they don't give one fuck.
But that's what I'm saying, though. I'm like, you guys just got into it. Like, you just got your syllabus. You probably got all your books. Like, what are we testing here? What are we examining?
Your will and desire to pass this class.
Into the thick of it. There's still time to
that money I'm paying towards is my desire fire. and rather be hired once I pass this class and get me a job.
Not facts. Luckily, I'm not going to school to enhance my career. I'm just here to
be educated.
Yeah, to educate black man. There's not enough of us. Get right.
Get you one.
So
or gal.
Question of the day. The last. Yeah, facts. We love black women. Shout out black women all over the world. Oh my gosh, yo, can we all go to Scotland? Like the black Scottish folk have been going crazy on TikTok.
I've been. It's a good time.
Okay.
I want to see all the Jamaicans out there.
Right.
Not in Scotland specifically, but just like I've gotten back into Top Boy, and then it's realized that I have so much other. Like I could probably have cousins, aunties, uncles from the West Indies out there that I don't even know about, and I should go find my family.
I feel that.
And just live there and have good health care.
So, question of the day this week. The last two have been kind of heavy, so I'm gonna like.
I know. I was gonna be like, do we need to start putting some trigger warnings?
I'm real this
because I'm like, I feel like we are icing on the guidelines here of social media. Just at the tip of the guideline, I'm just saying, you're done.
My favorite game. Sorry. So recently the lottery was just hit, right?
Oh, someone finally hit it?
Two people hit it, right?
At what amount? Because I know they kept going up.
It got you a bill.
Yeah.
1.8 billion, right?
Damn.
So,
I knew I should have played it.
The options for them, right?
Jenny Boom Boom told me to, and I didn't listen.
Right. I mean, it's hard to trust them, but radio host. So
damn.
Yeah, so they were given two options, right? You can take it as a lump sum, $410 million up front before taxes.
Oh, I did hear this.
Or you can get it as an annuity, which a quick break. Do y'all know what an annuity is?
They explained it on the radio, but explain it again for the people then.
Okay, bet. So annuity is basically a form of a life insurance product that you put money into, and then when it annuitizes after a certain period of time, you can then take said money out. Depending on how it's put in, it can either be tax-free or you have to get taxed at ordinary income. Let's assume it's tax-free, right?
We love it.
So you can take $410 million up front in a lump sum before taxes, or you can get $893 million over 30 years.
How old were the people that won it? Did they say their ages?
Oh, I don't know.
Because
no, this question is for y'all.
Oh no. Because when they broke it down, like when they explained it a little bit on the radio, when I was driving in my Schwip, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, which option would I pick if I was said lucky winner? And I started thinking like, okay, I'm 28 right now. If I went with option B to, get it all into the form of like when I could take it out in 30 years, in 30 years time, like it would technically be starting around what could be considered like a retirement age for myself if I wanted to retire at that age.
I'm sorry. The way they do it is that 893 is split up over 30. So you get a chunk of it every year. So I think it's like 27. It's like 33 mil a year that you would get, as opposed to the 4.
I'm doing that.
Okay.
I think like I was kind of leaning towards the other option.
Lump sum?
Yeah, just because like we already at $1.8 billion.
Right.
And I'm thinking like right now in my financial state, even
to be all right.
Hello, I
but
could.
you're still getting 33 mil a year.
Yes, but like I'm thinking like currently right now, just to be debt free. Like say if I won it,
you got more than 33 million in debt.
No, but I'm just saying though, like the 410 would have been fine enough because covering all my debt, I would still have extra left over anyway.
You gonna have left over,
but for me, I'm just like, I don't need to always have like the bigger amount. Like I can make whatever like that was work, because I'm like, even that is still enough. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like for me, at least, like the 410 was still just like more than enough already.
Okay.
The 31, yes, like is fantastic, like amazing. 30
years?
Yeah, like that's great. Like I'd be out here just doing a whole lot of shit. But I'm just saying, like for right now and where the state I'm at, That 410
Just
is
give
good.
me that bread.
Hello, like just give me up front so I could be debt free tomorrow.
So 30 years, 410. That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I bet. So I think the right answer is 30 years. And the only reason why is because the main thing, and I had to literally watch it 3 times, is that the 410 is before tax. Once you're in the 410 million
that
tax bracket, you gotta cut it in half.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and that's why I was like, it's still gonna be enough to handle this debt that
I just think so. Like the 410 goes to 205. If I'm getting 30 something every year, it's like what, 7 years till I break even, and I still got another 23. Like I'm definitely taking that. And to be fair, you give me 31 million.
There's nothing I can't do.
I'm blowing 10 of it just because, woo, why not? But like, and then the rest of it.
See, but that's it. Like, I don't want to do that.
But you gonna do that with 200 mil.
Yeah, like
you gonna easily be like, yo, off the top, let me just spend 5 mil because I got it.
And the thing is, because you have more of a number to pull from, and it's only a one-time thing. I could get 31 mil, blow 10 of it, invest 21, and still get another 31 next year, and do the same and invest the difference. Like,
that's fair.
So, and like, because at first I was like, okay, I do like the lump sum option, because if you take the lump sum option without the taxes, you invest it, you get an 8.5% return over 30 years. It ends up being roughly the same number, but when you get to 205, then you got to put it in an investment account. It's like,
and you could also take 31 and turn that into 200 real fast. Not fast, but
dang,
with the right investments and everything.
Yeah, you can
you could do some things with that.
Right. Also, whoever just tried calling, apologies. I don't know why.
It's probably Moan, because Moan just started watching, and as soon as he starts watching, he's like, I'm calling in. Fuck what these niggas talking about.
Is that because I got because please read the transcribed voicemail message.
Ashley, thank you for trusting us. Wait, whoa, that's
no, the voicemail. All up in my business, Jesus. He talking about Big Daddy Go. I was calling.
That's
Moan.
I can't with this man.
I was like, why are we talking about SJ?
No.
I was like, how does he know?
Yeah, and I think, okay, so y'all win the lottery, right? Mm-hmm. People gonna know y'all win?
Hell yeah.
Oh, I wonder if because that phone's on and it's also logged in, I don't know who to call to. Damn. All right.
I think
you like, would your lifestyle change? Would things change?
Like, like with either option
I'm
or with
funny.
I'm acting funny.
Like what? First of all, I'm like, y'all never gonna see. Well, my close friends will see me because we all gonna be traveling and be out. But like, yeah, like regular folk, that niggas never seeing me again. Like
I would honestly quit my job.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even put in a resignation letter. I'd be like,
just stop showing up.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm done.
Especially like the job I'm at now. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm throwing shit on the ground.
Not the table swipe. He said, fuck your table. Pick that shit back up.
Yeah, I'm definitely acting funny. But like, I'm gonna
give some money to my mama.
Oh, for sure. That's probably lasting 6 months to a year, and then I'm a lock in like that first year, that first 31 million.
I'm going balls to the wall.
I'm going nuts, like, because I know another 31's coming. Like, yeah, I'm going ape shit. I'd probably clear out all y'all debt just so we could just do dumb shit now.
Honestly, if I went with that option, I think I would also just like start pouring back into the black community and like
facts,
but also like setting people up in a way that's like, don't be stupid with this opportunity that is given to you as well. Like,
you become like the Black Panther.
Yeah, Wakanda forever.
Nah, I'm definitely I'm gonna maneuver as if I'm a drug dealer.
I mean, you got to, because you know people gonna be like, hey Spence,
let me host you.
How you been? I heard you got let me hold $.
Fucking hands off me.
Wait, what's the name of that movie where Bow Wow wins the lotto and everybody
lottery ticket?
Yes.
Ticket, yeah.
Yep.
And then he ended up giving it up at the end anyways. The lottery ticket, not anything else.
Why would how we get here?
Giving his cheeks up at the end of the movie. Like, that's crazy.
Like, is he selling his body?
I don't know. Just saying, it was a lottery ticket. Feel me? You never know.
Yeah,
hey, yo.
I'm gonna be like Frank Lucas in these streets. Like, I'm gonna pull up with not a FedEx truck, a U-Haul truck just filled with turkeys. I'm gonna be acting so funny. Like,
yeah, at that point, I'm gonna be like, how many commas you got in your bank account? Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Yeah, this is 7-figure conversations over here.
Right. And what's your credit score?
Because I'd be like, come talk to your boy.
So that's the funny thing too. Like, my credit, I didn't realize.
Credit's a scam.
Y'all need to pay attention to your credit, especially if you in school and you take a semester off. Yo, they've been expecting me to be paying my student loans.
Hell yeah. I literally got till this Thursday before they start reporting to the credit bureaus.
They've been smacking I looked at my credit score the other day. I was like, whoa, what? Bro, I almost passed out upstairs. You would have heard a oh my God. So yeah, that's the thing too, right? You get all this money. If your credit not in the sevens, like, you really just got to start doing things to work on that, because if you have all that money, people aren't, like, banks aren't even going to favor you. Yeah. They still going to want a high interest rate, all this bullshit, because your credit score is showing that you're irresponsible.
Yeah. And even then, I had a...
Which is crazy.
If I find you now, I'm smacking it. Okay.
I had a 720 credit score and couldn't even get a car.
Bro, yeah, it's disgusting.
It's nuts.
That's why I'm like, credit scores and like all that shit, like, it just feels like a scam to me to keep people down.
I would love to see what other countries have.
Oh, in terms of like how they operate with or without a credit score.
Because I know when I lived in England, I had a cell phone, and then I just left the country when I moved, and then never turned it off. So I wondered,
so you got an international trap phone?
I never turned it off. So but you know, if you do that here, you getting sent to collections, you getting this, you getting that. But like,
you didn't get a prepaid?
I was living there, so I had like a phone with a plan, like. Yeah, and then I just left.
Someone just reassigned your number?
Probably.
Yeah. And then it was crazy because I was thinking, like, yo, if I go back to England, are they going to stop me in customs? Like, yo, you have 500 pounds to play.
Imagine if you had, like, parking tickets over there.
I mean, that's what they did to Chris Brown. Now, granted, it was a charge against him for assault, but, like, that's what happened. He left, thought everything was cool, then he came back on tour. They were like, we've been expecting you.
Come here.
Let's bring you to this back room real quick.
So we just asked some questions about the night on such and such date, and an altercation happened.
I wasn't there. It wasn't me. No, my bad. I get excited. All right, so you know we just been kicking and cackling for the last half, but last week we were talking about the importance of the black dollar, and I wish I could remember how we got into that. Yeah.
Oh, I could bring you back there. So
let's go back to the 90s.
Once upon a time.
I wish my memory was like ashes.
Listen, I remember everything.
My grandmother had Alzheimer's, and I'm not far behind.
So you need to start reading.
Yeah.
No bullshit, like, because dementia, Alzheimer's, these are all, like, if you don't use it, you lose it type shit.
You have to, like...
I use my brain every day.
No, not in that way.
Damn. The way I just attacked me.
Nah, I'm trying to help.
Because we sick of this shit. Your brain is a muscle. You have to train it.
Yeah.
Even if you literally just do like a simple puzzle every day. Like a word search puzzle, a Sudoku. Today's International Sudoku Day, so if you like that, you could do that. Or like, or like, you know, just something very minor. Even if it's like, you know how they have the New York Times too, where you do like the
word search and stuff?
Yeah, or even just like do the riddle of the day. Just something like that each day, and you build up to it.
There used to be, it was literally just on Google. Like,
yes,
it was like some word thing that, like, you didn't have to download an app or anything. You literally went on Google, you searched it up, and like everyone got the same one every day, and it was like time.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot what that was called.
Yeah, I wish they kept that. I don't know why they got rid of it. But we getting back into it. So we were talking about when it came to building a community and how like we were seeing like black people coming together more in a community, especially when it came to the Target boycott when they did the DEI rollbacks. And again, if anybody isn't familiar, but I hope you are familiar because you should be paying attention to what's going on in your community. And I swear if you are out here looking like us, shopping at that Target, I have some choice words for you.
Even if it's DoorDash?
It's not a threat. I just want a conversation. I just want to know what's going on. Dialogue. That's like, if I see that little circle emblem in a bag, I got some questions.
Put it on your back.
But basically, last year there was the boycott because Target decided to be funny acting, and I'm paraphrasing all of this, y'all. Be funny acting, roll back their DEI. They were like, oh my gosh, we love DEI. They're like, haha, we don't like DEI anymore. And everybody's like, So then the black people's like, bet. So then they were like, we not shopping there no more. Because we blacks loves us some Target. We loved us some Target, not no more. So then that's when we all realized how much power the black dollar really has. And that's why today we talking about the power of the black dollar, because during that boycott, everybody realized our dollar goes a long way if we're using it responsibly and also understanding how to properly use it, which we can talk about today as well.
Word. So
thank you. That was very helpful.
Yeah, that was, because I didn't remember any of that, and it was literally 7 days ago.
It's right here, locked in.
But yeah, and I just think is really important. I was reading something the other day that I think it said the black dollar cycles through a community faster than any other dollar.
I told you, we some consumers.
I think it was some like the black dollar it goes out of the community within 6 hours.
Yep, 6 hours compared to 28 days in like other communities.
And 6 hours is the equivalent of 3 hands.
Yep.
So basically what it was saying, so there's 3 of us here right now.
So like if you had $1,
yep,
and then it gets to Spencer.
By the time it gets to Ash's next spend, it's leaving a black hand. Whereas in other communities, I know there was something I was reading that was like the Asian community. It stays within the Asian community for at least 30 days.
Yeah. Jewish community is like 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. So.
And they be always making that joke about the Jewish community about like how they're so cheap and they're penny pinchers, but they clearly know something about how to keep the dollar rolling.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, I mentioned this like years ago in an episode, but Rashad Bilal from Earn Your Leisure, he was in the finance industry, and he was talking to this Jewish dude in the bathroom. He was like, man, you know the difference between this $100 bill and your $100 bill? He's like, what? He's like, this $100 bill is going to stay in the Jewish community forever. He's like, I go to a Jewish bank, I go to a Jewish laundromat, I go to a Jewish grocery store. Like, this money stays in my community and like flourishes in my community, whereas y'all like to spend on all these nice fancy things, but y'all don't own anything. Yeah. So it's like even I forgot who was talking about it. Like there's no black owned
clothing brands?
Not clothing brands, but the places that
like the manufacturers
are not black owned.
Yeah, none of them.
Like, for example, the black consumer spends $9 billion annually on beauty products, but only a small share goes to actual black owned brands. And you know how much like beauty supply stores we got? Literally, like in a block radius, sometimes you could have like 2, 3, 4 different beauty supply stores.
Shout out black women. Yeah, a lot of y'all don't need it. To be honest with y'all be caking your face
well,
up.
A lot of
it's not necessary.
That's another conversation.
Yeah, I was like, not to tell y'all what to do, but
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, right.
Hold on, Savannah. Hold on.
I'm not trying
hands up, don't shoot.
Yeah, right.
But to Ash's point, it's interesting because it's like we don't own much, but we are the consumers. We are the contributors. Without us, that like business can't live.
The buying power. It's not, but like
it's not a flex.
We do have a lot of money in buying power, though.
Yes.
Like we have like over like 1 point something trillion in buying power.
Right.
Now, is it used properly?
That's the part that's not the flex.
Right.
Yeah, like you said, like it's not really a flex because like how are we going to say, like, yeah, we got $1.6 trillion in buying power, but then what do you have to show for that?
Where we spending?
Because the average person has $1,300 in their savings. The average black person is like $500. But we got $13 trillion of buying power. I mean, we had this conversation when we first met for like finance.
Right.
My boy got a sneaker addiction, which is like cool, but like that can't be a top priority in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to throw in a nice fit. It's cool to look good. I agree with Deion Sanders. Look good, feel good, play good, and whatever thing that you're playing at. But it can't be a major priority when you not paying your bills, you not putting money into your savings, you not growing your savings. Like,
right.
But it's not a flex. You looking fly on the bus.
A lot of people. That's crazy.
It happens.
But it's true. No, it's true. You got $500
public
wheels.
service transportation at all.
No, we're shaming the folk that got $500 shoes on their wheels on their feet, but don't even got a $500 car.
Right.
To go 2 blocks down the way.
Or for the card note, but you know.
Hey, tomato. So, but no, to that point, it's where are we getting? And we spoke about influence. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Before we got attacked by the bat. But
drama.
Go back and watch that episode, y'all. But we were talking about influence, and it's sad to say where we get an influence to spend our money, or what is influencing us to. You know what I mean?
Rap.
I mean, definitely the culture factor. The culture factor is definitely a huge thing into it as well. But I think it's also just not enough proper education. Like, I think we take the culture aspect of like the music industry and just everything within that, but we also probably take like things that we've either seen like family members doing, or like, you know, you always ask, or I don't know if y'all have ever been asked that question, but like, where do you go to, or who do you go to for financial help or financial advice? And I feel like most of the time, like, black people are either saying like they go to like a friend maybe, or like a family member that they feel like are doing like better off, but like I don't think we're really hearing answers of just like, oh, well, like, I'm seeking out like a financial advisor, like I'm talking to other resources, I'm educating myself with like certain like supplemental like research and information to excuse me, like better educate myself to make those better decisions when it comes to my finances and overall just like what I want to do with my money. But I think too, not a lot of people are also thinking like, what do I want to do with my money?
So that is systemic. So in the finance industry, it was so much harder to educate someone of color, like a black person, on how to use their money because, one, survival, and their relationship with money. A lot of people's relationships with money is passed down from parents and generations that had no money. Right. Yeah. So like their parents really busted their ass to give them this life to like, hey, listen, especially like in the African community, like shout out y'all because y'all are some of the hardest hustlers ever. Like their parents come over here, they work their asses off to get them to go into college so that they can get a good career. And now it's like the responsibility for the family's finances and lineage is now on this person who's in their 20s. Who like, yeah, you help them get into school and whatnot, but now
and they're expecting them to pour it back and like send money back to their family like overseas.
None of it.
And a lot of the problem is like, to Ash's point, we don't speak enough about finances in general. Like one thing Nell told me a couple years ago, we should be comfortable talking about our salaries. Like,
but I think that's like a black sheep thing though. Like,
what you mean?
I think people don't feel comfortable talking about finances because I think there's a lot of either
it's pride in it,
but like I think there's also like
taboo.
It's taboo, but I think there's also like that self pressure of feeling like if you, for example, are making like this X amount of salary and I'm not even close to that, then now that's making me feel like I'm not doing shit with my life. Like I'm not trying to make it out here when like I am trying, but this is like where I'm at right now and I'm trying to get into better financial positions. Like I think people then feel like there's almost that classical like shift in like, now this person is better than me because I'm not at the same financial level as them. So I'm not going to talk about it like openly, even if there's no judgment.
Right.
Even if it's a safe space. I think like there's a lot of self-reflection or examination and pressure on an individual self. But I think also too, like, it's taboo because I think sometimes when you also are making a lot more money, then there's that like bragging right of just like, well, I make more money than you, so why are you talking to me?
To you down there? Because,
yeah, like why are you talking to me like you don't make as much money as me? Like we were just joking about before. How many commas you got in your bank account? What's your credit score?
I'm acting funny if I hit the
Oh, okay.
but here's the thing, and I hope this is not like a left field stretch, right? But we just said the reason that we don't really talk about like finances or the black dollar doesn't go as far is because culture, right? Like the influences that we have within. And Spencer sent me the other day, and if anybody watches The Breakfast Club or Pivot, you've seen for time and time again Channing Crowder call what's his name? Russell Wilson a lame, right? Yeah. And when you look at a guy like Russell Wilson, where he's cookie cutter, he P's and Q's, he wears his polo shirts, fitted pants, right? That's not cool. You get what I'm saying?
They come from. That's actually a good connection because they come from completely different areas. Like Crowder comes from Atlanta,
right? And the reason you could look at a guy like Russ and be like, "Yo, he's a millionaire," right? Yeah. But I don't want to be like him, a millionaire his way, because it's not perceived as cool. I don't want to talk about.
I'd rather be Future.
Yeah, I'd rather be Future, right?
And like obnoxious and loud about
and
my
go
money,
blow my money.
Yeah, but it's like that again. What flex is that?
But we get that because we're three level-headed people, and we're also big on. Like, I haven't been to Target ever since that DEI thing. You get what I'm saying?
I use Target as my garbage bags.
It's one of those things that it's like, bro, I hope Target see this and try and sue us for defamation and then the podcast blow. Because what you going to sue us for?
They can't. They COO stepping down. They've lost billions of dollars and continuing to still lose money.
I just want
to go talk to somebody else. Don't talk to me.
But
you ain't got no money to talk to me, Target.
Yeah, they say so. I'm setting the hashtag up. Get him.
That's fine.
But that's the point of like the black dollar, right? And especially because we don't own much, a lot of black businesses are through entrepreneurship, right? So where you might get that nail tech or that lash tech or a clothing brand, yeah, I could support you, but where is that money really going? Right. When we don't really own the big businesses.
And speaking about owning stuff, just to give some perspective, so I did some research and some stats. So back in 2022, the stats for just like ownership of anything, so 60% of black households don't own stock versus 30% of white households. 44% of black families own homes versus 72% of white families, and that came from Urban Institute. And I thought that was interesting because let's bring it to like a local level, right? I think there has been like a very big push in the city of Hartford for home ownership. Mm-hmm. And I think that has been a push to also, I guess in some way, try to stop crime by having more neighborhoods. However, I'm like, crime is gonna happen regardless. Like, I think that's just like, if someone has the motive to create a crime, like, they're gonna do that. But I think it's very interesting when that is kind of the push of wanting more home ownership, but it's like, what are you doing in place to help people become more successful? And it's like, yeah, like, people are gonna probably say like, oh, well, they got like the first time buyer like programs and all these other programs to help people get homes. Yes, but if you're an average schmo that maybe doesn't have like the right amount of credit or doesn't have not less than a certain amount of debt, what are we doing to like help educate them to understand like, yeah, like this is what you need in order to like get a home? Like, what are we helping them to properly understand? If you want a home, then you have to like do certain things first.
Are you talking about we as the black community or we as the city that?
We as the people. of the community, not just like we like city of Hartford.
Well,
like I was just using like city of Hartford as the example of just like the push for home ownership, and like we know
I was about to double down and
we know there's a lot of like people of color in the city of Hartford, but not everybody is a homeowner for whatever perspective reason. Because again, the market's trash right now.
I think it's a backhanded, like, I think what it is that there's a lot of vacant properties in Hartford, and they make it sound like, oh my gosh, if you live in Hartford and work in Hartford, you should afford to be able to stay in Hartford. But
are you making it affordable for me?
That, and you gonna lower these property taxes? Because it's one thing to like own something, but then it's like everything that comes with ownership. I mean, Jacob, you can speak to like taxes,
right? And that's what I mean of like they're not also being real with people and teaching them like it's not just about like getting the loan to be a homeowner. It's like getting the loan to be a homeowner and then some. Like you have to prepare yourself for even after the fact, and so like they're not doing that.
Here's my thing about it, right? And I know you gonna crucify me for this, and like this is the 100% wrong way to go about it. So don't live life the way I live life, because this shit works for me and nobody else, right?
So
but
I'll wait till they yell at me.
But like the thing is those taxes gonna be there, right? Those lump sums are always going to be there. If you
Uncle
wait,
Sam always going to be knocking.
If you always wait for the lower tax rate or the market to go down, you're basically a prisoner of them, right?
Oh yeah.
You're never going to be in control of anything, right?
Right.
But if I go buy this house right now I'm living for free, regardless of that tax rate, regardless of how much that loan was, whatever the case is. I think I got like 30 some years before this house is paid off, right? Like if I just make every payment and wait till that's done, right? But in the midst of that, to what Spencer was talking about saving, right? Now I can afford to save more.
Right. How many of y'all got a savings account?
Now
I'll wait.
I can go and buy another house, and where those tax rates suck still,
right?
And I might have another loan for, you know, $250,000 or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
I'm now bringing in $2,000 a month.
Right.
Profit. So now what matters more? The fact that I'm now making an extra $2,000 a month, that tax rate is still there. the loans, everything's still there, but I'm now bringing in more money.
So you also gotta, to further paint the picture that you just painted, like you're also in an ideal situation, right? So like you have a multifamily house and your friends live here. You know what I'm saying? So like you don't have to worry about a shitty tenant who is gonna fuck up your place,
right?
That you have to now get like lawyers and things involved to get them evicted. Now take money out your pocket to them.
That though, I've watched some people who have rented to their friends and
it's going the other way.
Yeah, like so
I was in that.
Yeah, like it could go 50-50 sometimes, because there's some people like they thought that was going to be the perfect situation.
I just got good friends.
Yeah, I was like, not everybody's friend is. I won't say rentable.
But the basically the point of it that I'm trying to say is, right, like if you can get that money, into Ash's point, there's not enough education to say here's what you can do with it.
Right.
Because there is, but it's
not top of mind.
It's not top of mind, and it's not also right in front of you.
Right.
No, it is though. Bro, we all have smartphones.
Okay, we talking about though, like, yes, we all have smartphones, but I should have broke it down some more. When I'm saying like they're not teaching people enough, I should have really said they're not making it fully accessible.
Regardless of if you have a phone.
Regardless if you have a phone or not. I don't think everything is as accessible as it could be and should be for someone to easily like get that information all the time.
Could you give me an example? Okay, actually 2 questions. Because remember when I asked you specifically, are we talking about Hartford? Because when you just said they, who are you talking about? Like, because are you talking about the city of Hartford? Like them not like, yeah, they want us to buy houses, but they're also not educating? Is that who like they is?
Sorry, like that was just an example. Like the city of Hartford was just the example of like using a localized like analogy.
But like you're talking about governments and like
yeah, like I'm just talking about in general. They as in like the people, because like I know like Hartford does things to help get information out to people.
Yeah.
And again, like, it goes down like a deeper rabbit hole, because then, like, if we're talking about like accessibility, then we're also talking about resources and what people have versus what they don't have to gain that information as well too, and like making sure that there's some way somehow people could get that information no matter what.
Your local
happened.
credit unions apparently has resources centers on their website.
But do people know that they can look at their local credit union?
Okay, so now that is like my main question, right? So like, what type of access are you like? What do you like? Give me an example of like ideal access that you think these people should have.
Like, I think it could be as simple and easy as like people. Let's take people use public transportation, right? So like whether it's the train, whether it's the bus, or whatever the hell y'all use as your public transportations, wherever y'all at listening. If you use a trolley, I don't know.
Thank you, Lewis. My bad. Sorry, No, continue. I'm sorry.
That they could like even just have like a simple like poster board of just like, hey, like, did you know you could use your local credit union? That's what you said, credit union?
Yeah.
Like your credit union, like local credit union, like has information that could help you, like if you're interested of just learning how to like the process of owning a home.
So
or like, do you want to be a homeowner? Yes or no? Because like that's what also really starts. Because again, my statement earlier, I don't think enough of us also know what we want to do with our money.
Okay, so and what I was getting at too, and shout out Lewis in the comment section. Basically, the resources are there. Like what he says, the resources are there. Folks need to have a mindset of getting it and working towards it. Folks can't rely on others to do it. That's a teachable moment. So that's what I was getting at, because we have the phone. Like, because there has to be, case in point, right? I'm gonna use DoorDash because this was the goofiest thing I think ever. Like this might be a bit of a stretch, but like, so I just ordered DoorDash the other day, right? And this is what I'm saying, like common sense, and like people need to just be able to think not from A to B, but like C, D, E, like whatever. I ordered a double dash.
Not you using my line.
Did
Think A to Z, not A to B.
You coined that, Ash, for sure. I'm sorry. So like it's
Pay me what I'm owed.
So like I ordered something from DoorDash, right? And then I double dash. So I ordered like my food, and then I ordered drinks from 7-Eleven. Person went to 7-Eleven first. Great, I love that move, because you get to 7-Eleven, you get my food, it's still hot. You bring it to me, all is well. This person saw that it was a double dash, went from 7-Eleven.
Here.
No. Went to the restaurant, tried to drop my drinks off at the restaurant. They were like, nah. Like, this is a pickup order. They said, and then left and brought me my drinks. So in my head, I'm just like, why did you think you went to the fucking restaurant? Like, my thing is like, people need to have the common sense and the thought of like, hey,
common sense is not that common.
But my thing is like, yo, you went from there to get drinks, and then you went to a restaurant. You thought the restaurant was a drop off, but you know you're supposed to be at the restaurant. Like, why'd you leave empty-handed? So like, my thing
I
is
just
like,
don't understand why they thought it was like who, what, like.
And
that was just a goofy person.
I was like, that just feels like reading's also fundamental.
But hold on, let me land, because the majority of people have access. Majority of people have smartphones, but instead of going on their smartphones to educate themselves, they're going to see, oh, when's the new Nike release? Oh, what's happening with this football team? Instead of, oh shit, you know what? I just got a new job. I'm making more money than I have been before. Or maybe, hey, I need to learn how to budget. Instead of looking these things up, they're like, I'm just gonna let it go. Let me see what happens. Like the resources are there because, again, we have a smartphone. We have Google. People will doom scroll before they actually go to educate themselves. So
my question then to you is, for someone who doesn't have a smartphone, and Lewis, if you still watching, you can answer this as well.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days?
Well, hold on. Land.
You'll be surprised. Whoever doesn't have a smartphone, are they able and understand, like, they could go to a library and look this up. They could go to a community center that maybe has computers, or just like an area with pamphlets and just information in their local area of like, if you want to do this, you want to do that. Like, are those resources also in those places for people who may not be as technological savvy? Let me answer.
So I think, to Lewis's point, right? People have to want to go get that information, right?
Right,
and knowing that libraries exist. There are computers. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like community centers, libraries,
right.
like anywhere that like.
Because my mom, the other day I was like, yo, I put it on Facebook. I was like, yo, does anybody have any recommendations of a rodent control person? Right? It's getting cold. I want to get ahead of it before we have the same problem that we had last winter.
And,
right?
And you even put the 2 places that you already went previously, like
and didn't like.
What else you
right?
got? Yeah.
So my mom legit. She was sitting in the back room at the time, found me a community spot that was like, if you call this number, they'll come and like look at your area and look for it. But my mom, I could ask her like, damn, I want a fresh water spring in my backyard. And she will go find me 7 grants that I didn't even know existed just off of Google. But that's because that's just what she does. But people have to, one, to your point, they don't know some of this stuff exists. But if you have the thought, hey, I want a grant, I want this, you got to have the desire to actually go get it.
Yeah, but now we're
and a lot of people don't do that.
And I'm like, yes, but I think that's like where we're talking about 2 different things though, because I completely agree. Like, yeah, like you have to. That's why it goes back to my statement before. People don't fully know what they want to do with their money, or they also actively choose not to be responsible with their money if they have the money and the resources to do something with that money.
It's typically the latter.
But what I'm talking about though is people who desire to do something greater with whatever little money that they have, or they're aspiring to be up and coming and working hard to get more money, that if they're in that boat and they don't realize all of these things are actually out there just because they're set at a different advantage point.
Right.
What is helping them make that information accessible to them? Like, what accessible information can be more accessible to other people?
Yeah.
That's where I'm getting at.
So if you are a person in a demographic that you don't have a smartphone, you don't drive, you don't have like certain resources to, I don't know, view a commercial, like there's still Yellow Pages, there's still the Hartford Current. There, like the thing is, someone was just saying in the comments, they're like, yeah, you can't go to the library and get certain resources. For Hartford, for example, Hartford Public Library is connected to UConn. So like UConn has,
I was like, Hartford Public Library got a lot of resources.
To your point, right?
I don't know what.
And guess what? That motherfucker on the bus line too.
I don't know what y'all libraries
all
got,
the branches.
But make sure you. But again, though, I think that's where though. But that's what I was talking about. Like it gets. They got something. I was literally talking to my neighbor about this, about looking at their security cameras to see if they caught the person hitting my car. But literally, I was like, they talk about Hartford has it. I was like, they got something, but I don't know if it's it. They have something.
So what do y'all think is like is the biggest barrier for like the black dollar or black businesses?
The biggest barrier for the biggest barrier for black dollar or black businesses is discipline. Because people, so it's funny. Further, like if I go up in the comments, people are saying like, yeah, you know, we could like keep not funding Target and like putting more towards black businesses, but like we just got to do it. And the fact of the matter, and it's unfortunate, like statistically speaking, folks don't have the discipline to continue doing these things. Like people don't have the passion, the urge, the chutzpah. Got you. To continue on with these things because their priorities in the wrong place. Because I know for me, it is funny. Like, I guess this is considered trauma, but like something as simple as mowing the lawn and raking, I used to do it all the time as a kid, and like I did it at my house for free. And I remember, like, as I'm raking, every time I'm raking, like, I can't wait till I'm older, I own a house, and I can pay somebody to do this shit because I hate it. You know what I'm saying? That was my mindset. That was literally my motivation. Like, yo, when I get a house, I'm going to make sure I have enough money so I can pay a landscaper to do all this shit for me.
I'm getting trees just to make sure somebody else does this shit.
That's so funny. That was your aspect or, like, your way of thinking, because mine was a complete opposite. Because, like, I would see, like, how much my mom would pay, and I was just like, all that nigga doing outside is chopping up some fucking bush branches and fucking pushing the lawnmower. I'm like, little niggas like me can do that shit.
But see, time is money, and the thing is, like, if it takes me 3 hours to do it, and it was $200 to pay someone to do it, I'm paying that $200 every time because I can make $200 an hour doing something.
I mean, that's understandable. I think for me, it's like if I can do something that somebody else could do, that like I would have to pay them to do it. Like, why am I going to pay you to do if I could just do it myself?
And I think, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think that, like, when I say discipline, like, that is the downfall of the black dollars because we don't really understand how gifted, talented, and knowledgeable we really are. Like, I was talking to someone recently, they were saying how they wanted to get out of social work and get into something that's making more money. So instead of getting their PhD in social work, they're going to switch and get their MBA. I'm like, all right, cool. I have my thoughts about going to school for business because you can get that education firsthand by just diving into it. But like some people like to, have that certificate and whatnot. But the thing about it is that, like, I was telling them, like, yo, listen, I always thought social workers and therapists needed to switch their energy into something more profitable and figure out how to solve a problem, how to educate and consult, and how to monetize it so it's mutually beneficial. Because I promise you, everyone listening to this, everyone watching this, you have a skill set that no one else can duplicate, and probably no one else could show someone the way that you can. There's ways that you can monetize it because there's a deficit for everything, but people don't have the discipline, people don't have the go-getter mindset, and people rather spend their money frivolously on clothes, on food, on whatever else, because they rather spend money on comfort than empower themselves and put money back into themselves to then
and their
be
community. Because I'm like, they putting all that money into someone else's pockets to live comfy.
Right, like they could be reinvesting all this stuff into themselves, into other things that is gonna benefit themselves in the community.
Well, I think it's twofold, right? I think we've been suppressed for long enough because we don't realize that if all black folk in Hartford said, you know what, on September 10th, we are not going to buy gas or groceries, right? If everyone just said we weren't going to do this.
Like those blackouts?
Yeah, like a blackout day, right? Or we don't ever actually do the blackout days. They always come, there's a couple times a year, and they be like, yo, on October 13th, we're not going to shop. And then, of course, nobody actually does it. You might get 5 to 10 people.
I thought the point of those were like, we're not shopping at like places that are not black owned. Like, I thought those days were to help better support the black businesses that are not getting the support.
So it depends whatever the purpose is, right? It varies, right?
I see.
But my point is, like, we've been suppressed for so long into that mentality of Spencer that he was saying of like, you know what, I'm gonna just go buy shoes, buy clothes, whatever, because I don't see the point in investing. I don't see the point in having a $20,000 savings account, because what do I need $20,000 sitting there for? You get what I'm saying? But instead, there hasn't been enough education or desire to say, damn, if I have 5 houses, I could make $20,000 in 3 months.
Because why would they tell you that?
No, exactly.
Like,
so we've been suppressed for so long because if we start to do that, it takes from them.
But well, the thing about it is, like, I think when we say we're assuming that PWIs or white schools that people go through, like elementary to high school, they're miraculously teaching these things. Like, these aren't things that are taught. These are things that are passed down from your parents. Right. Like, these are things that, like, were inherited. You know what I'm saying? And because we inherit debt and a survival instinct and mindset, we then have to, once we get to a certain place, you then have to shift that mindset, because the survival mindset is important to get out of it, but once you're out of it, you can't keep living like that. Whereas the privilege that comes from people who grow up in different demographics in different areas, they don't have to grow up in survival mindset. They can actually relax. They have the luxury of going to soccer and all these things. Yeah, they can live. And then when you go to school, you don't even got to worry about it. Just go to school, have fun, make sure you get good grades. When you get out of school, you good. You can either work at the company that your family owns, or, hey, I'm also going to tell you what to do with these little bit of dollars that you're making so that they grow over time. Like, there's people, there's white families who their kids been investing. Big Steve was raised by white people out in wherever, Connecticut. Doctors who taught him to invest at 14. Like, that is the step up. So it's not like it's being taught in schools. we as people, we need to learn these things so then when we have kids, we can then pass these down and start breaking generational curses.
Yeah, because those, even to like the literature that a lot of kids are learning in school, like it's all fixed. Like it's not giving you like all the information you actually should be learning. And a prime example is just like, take the state of Florida, for example. They have truly single-handedly erased all type of Black culture, Black history, like from their public school systems. Like,
oh, that has happened.
Yeah, and like
that only took like 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's wild.
And it's crazy too, because I feel like this is all of this that's happening now. It just reminds me of basically like the Black Wall Street, like reincarnated. And instead of the white people that went after just like the Black businesses of any kind that you could have think of that was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, like, and if you don't know about the Black Wall Street, look it up.
Please.
Look it up, because if you don't know, you should know. But it just reminds me of like what they did back then. I'm like, that's just like repeated history happening all over again in just like a reinvented way of like, now they're just doing it with like even certain history lessons, and even what the president's doing with the museums and like stripping away all of our history to make it seem like that's not what really happened. But I'm just like, no, like you want to hide the truth. But at the end of the day, like the truth always comes out. And the truth of the matter is like Black people need to realize this country has been built on our backs.
Literally.
Like that. Built on the backs, the blood, sweat, and tears.
Built on the backs of the Blacks.
Of our ancestors. So it's like the fact that like that alone doesn't tell you enough of what you need to know. Like, y'all need to start making better decisions.
Please. And like ask more questions. Get out of your own head. Stop like put your ego and pride to the side.
Right, just educate yourself. Like a simple conversation can go a long way for you and open up doors of you tapping into other things that you even realize that you should be tapping into. Because I'm telling y'all, there's a whole nother ball game out there of just people learning and growing and being successful.
Well, shit, on that note, we've been going for a grip before Spencer starts breaking into Disney songs. But yeah, let's go down the train and do our 15 seconds of fame.
First,
I gotta go first. I mean, is it because of the order?
Yeah, and like Chivalry's not dead. I said we never gave you nothing.
Yeah. I'll be damned.
We gave you the first spot. Like, damn, see, ungrateful. Gosh.
Oh, now she ungrateful.
That's what I heard.
You know what? Before I bust a cap.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, my 15 seconds of fame is I hope that y'all not only got some sense of empowerment from this episode, but also got a little history lesson and some facts. I think it's really important for everybody to really start learning about what is going on around y'all. And don't think that whatever's happening around y'all can't happen to you, because it sure can. And knowledge is power. So empower yourselves to be more knowledgeable. Empower yourselves to get back into understanding if you started to, but you stopped. Or if you haven't at all, just choose yourself by pouring into yourself and pouring back into your community. Because when we are together, we unstoppable.
We're all in this together. But
did y'all know that Carmelo Anthony has a daughter?
Yes. She pretty.
My bad.
No, I didn't know actually. They only talk about his son.
Exactly.
But yeah, because don't get me started on that.
She came from the scrapper, but
not too much. She's still a baddie.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna say anything. Mello, fuck with you.
That's my dog.
Hall of Famer.
Right. Rightfully so.
Oh yeah, and shout out Maya Moore. Congrats, girl.
Yeah. Bro, you saw that picture?
Girl.
The GOAT.
Go ahead, Auntie Moore.
Maya Moore, come on the show.
Facts.
I'm retiring. You come on the show, I'm retiring.
From what?
I thought J. Cole was the retirement.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
Honestly, my more could be my
The
retirement.
goalpost just keeps moving.
Hey, he don't know what he want, y'all.
Same. But yeah, this was a dope conversation. My 15 seconds of fame is pretty simple. Y'all get y'all schoolwork done. Everyone who's enrolled in school right now, these courses not coming to play for whatever reason.
May the odds ever be in y'all favors with that GPA.
Yeah, like they going crazy. Like my 4.0 is not going to be 4.0 in no more. I promise you. So yeah, with that being said, stick to your studies, stay disciplined, and yeah, a nigga like me, I had to look at the late policy because I was just like, 1 to 4 days late is 10% hit. I can take 10%. Like I pretty much get 100.
Screaming.
Like a 90 still an A. Hey.
Yeah, but that's if you get everything right.
A nigga like me do.
All right.
But don't stress yourselves out too much. Make sure you handle your work, and time management is extremely important. I'm learning this every day.
You got the same 24 hours as Beyonce.
Yeah, but not the same funds. Like Beyonce can pay a lot of people to do what shit I got to do.
Right.
She wants a little 2-step in her studio.
Still 24 hours.
My 15 seconds. Thank y'all for being here. Camera lady, thank you for doing all that you do.
Sitting comfy.
Be original, but be creative, y'all. Like too often, and y'all call me a hater. Like shit, not always funny. And like I understand that people try to be different, but like shit not always cool.
He been talking to his friend that we was referencing last week.
Be creative, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Be creative, but originality is real fire. Not everything new is funny, and not everything new is something you should follow. But save some money. Cook a dinner and be beautiful.
Yeah, go learn how to open up a bank account.
Yeah, get back to the basics, and that's a wrap, y'all. Bye.
3 meals a day.